This is Ken Murray again. I am here from thehairtakeover.com. Any of you guys want to check out my own personal website, cutsbyken.com. Kutsbyken. I'm going to be a little more specific in my tutorial today. My tutorial is going to be about some of the mistakes we make using some of our tools and storing some of our tools. When you're using your different clippers, these all have metal parts on them, and these parts are very, very vulnerable to a lot of moisture and a lot of condensation. So when you take a particular part like this, using this blade for an example, if you look at it really closely, you can see how the blade has been rusted out. That's because I accidentally left the blade in the bathroom. And with the moisture and condensation from the bathroom, it caused the blade to rust out really bad. So what I don't want you guys to do, I want you guys to not store your clippers and metal parts inside of a place that has a lot of moisture and condensation. Please store them in a place that is very, very dry and very, very cool. Number two, another mistake that we commonly make. A lot of people have liners that they use at home. A lot of guys use these liners to shave their face and line themselves up. And what they don't do is that they don't clean them properly because they feel as though they're the only one to use them. So they have no need to clean them, which is very, very not true. Because of all of the different products that you put on them, all of the different skin cells, all of the different airborne pathogens, anything of that nature that can potentially get on the clippers and have access to the clippers, you don't want to let any of those things get on the clippers. Take as much caution in cleaning the clippers as possible. Because you think, if you're putting the clippers on your face and you're shaving it on a regular basis, if the clipper isn't clean, isn't disinfected, then you have the potential of putting something that could have got on the clipper onto your face. Try to clean them as much as possible. Last two things I want to tell you guys about. When you guys are trying to line yourselves up, I don't know if any guys had this problem where you're trying to shave and you wind up scarring yourself. I'm going to give you all a little tutorial on how not to do that. For an example, what we don't realize is that the blade is shaped a lot like the blade is designed to cut similar to how a razor blade cuts, right? If I take this and I go from side to side in a straight angle like that, I can cause scarring. But how it is, if you got the clipper on and you go from side to side like that, you can cause scarring. So I don't want you guys to do that. Don't go side to side like that. That's not good. That's bad. Whenever you guys do it, I want you to press and move. So you can go up, you can go down, you can flip the clipper up, you can go up like that. You can go side to side, like so. You go side to side like that. But what you cannot do is, I don't suggest this go side to side like that. That's what's going to cause the scarring. You can even go on an angle if you like. You can go on an angle like that. You can go on an angle like that. It does not matter. So, in the course of you shaving yourself, a lot of guys make the mistake of pressing really hard, or either going from side to side like that. Pressing really hard. Now, last thing I want to say is, sometimes the guys that use these shavers and try to line themselves up, what they do is they don't adjust the actual sharpness of the blade properly. And I got a little old rusty blade that I'm using. This is what we call the moving blade, and this one is what we call the steel blade. These two together sit on top of a liner just like that. What we want to do is we want to make this clipper as sharp as possible, so that way we get the cleanest, most precise cut as people using the clippers on our own at home. So, when you got the clipper, all you have to do is take the two screws out of the back and detach the actual blade. The blade will come off in two pieces, like so. Moving blade, steel blade. Now, as you can see, it's little screws on the blade that help you to adjust the actual blade. The moving blade, the closer it is to the actual steel blade, the sharper it'll be. So when you get that blade as close as possible to the edge, and they sit and flush with each other, that's the best way to get the perfect sharpness on your blade. If you take your moving blade and you put it up further than the steel blade, then you're going to have a problem. So if you look on the opposite side, can you see where your moving blade is above your steel blade? That's going to cause scarring if you're trying to line yourself up. So try to be as precise as possible. Put it exactly where it should be. You want them to be as flush as possible, and that'll get you the sharpest and most precise cut. Okay? You take your 2 screws that you got at the bottom. It might be a Phillips, it might be a flathead. You screw them on tight. Then you put them back onto your actual device, and there you go. 1. Do not store these metal devices inside of a place that has a lot of condensation or moisture. You want to store them in a place that is really, really cool and really, really clean. Now, secondly, although you use them for personal use, you want to make sure you clean them on a constant, consistent basis. You don't want to put old skin cells, dirty hair, airborne pathogens on your face and cause any irritation or, breakouts or anything of that nature. You want to make sure that you shave properly. So remember, no going side to side in a straight line. It causes scarring. You got to go angles, okay? So you can go side to side. You can go up and down. But you cannot go side to side like that. You're going to scar yourself. And remember, when you're trying to sharpen the clippers, you want the steel blade and the moving blade as close to being flush as possible. That way it'll give you the sharpest, most precise cut you can get. TheHairTakeover.com. My name is Ken. Thank you, guys.